The best advice I would have for someone on doing Instructables would be to be yourself, to document everything really clearly, to have great photos, and to be engaging. I find that humor is a really great way to draw the reader in, but I also use techniques like using GIFs in the middle of my articles. GIFs can really break up boring still images and blocks of text with a little bit of movement on the screen. For a lot of people, that's still pretty new, and so it really makes my Instructables stand out over somebody who may not. If you're already shooting your YouTube videos on, say, an iPhone, you can download GiffyCam and actually make the GIFs on your phone and then upload them directly to Instructables. If you've already shot it or you're doing everything on your computer, you can actually upload a video clip to a GIF maker online, export a GIF, and then upload that. It's a really great way for zero cost and a very little amount of time investment to make your Instructables stand out. And it's also kind of fun, especially if you can get it to loop to where it looks like it's just continuing to do it while they read.
The only tips and tricks that I can speak to are the ones that we've tried out and have worked for us, and that would be making sure that it has a good thumbnail. We learned really quickly that if it doesn't have a good thumbnail, it usually doesn't do very well. Obviously, it has to be good content. It has to be detailed. Try not to spare any details at all. And one other thing that might not seem as important, but I think we've noticed it, and maybe it's not true, but don't post an Instructable on the weekend. We've done that, and every single one we've posted on the weekend has not been featured or has not done well. I don't know the reason for that. I understand maybe they're not in the office or whatever over the weekend, and they just miss it in, all of the Instructables that are submitted. But it seems like if we post on a Wednesday or a Friday, we usually don't have a problem with it getting featured, which getting it featured is a great thing. Gets you more views, gets you on the front page of a certain topic or category, or it might even get you featured on the front page, which is the best thing.
A lot of YouTube ideology also applies to Instructables. Break your Instructable down into logical steps. Don't slam an elaborate project into 3, yet don't stretch a simple project out into 37. The most important photo is the cover photo. Make it eye-catching, bright, and in focus. When adding your YouTube video, Etsy link, Patreon link, whatever it is, keep it subtle. Don't be a pushy salesman, just let your content do the work. Be part of the community. Follow people, comment on their Instructables, and reply to comments on your Instructables. Link to other users' Instructables. Think of it like a YouTube shout-out. Here's a similar thing, or here's a totally different approach to the same idea, you should go check it out. Outreach like that is more often than not reciprocated. Along those same lines, link back to your own Instructables. Every time I use a shot-made jig, I quickly reference that fact and add a hyperlink back to that specific article. Lastly, hold your Instructables in draft until a fitting contest rolls around. You can add a single Instructable in up to 3 contests. It doesn't matter if you've already published your video on YouTube. Just don't publish your Instructable prior to the video, or you'll lose out on all that potential pass-through traffic. We've included a link to the list of upcoming contests in the description below.
Thumbnail. If real estate is location, 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 the internet is thumbnail, thumbnail, thumbnail. Okay? But it cannot just be clickbait. Behind that great thumbnail has to be great content. Not only did the thumbnail open the door for you, but great content is going to make it shareable. And the stepbrother, the family relation to the thumbnail, is great photography. Okay? In Instructables, for each step, you're taking a photo. If that photo itself could tell the story of what you're doing, the language would almost become unnecessary. Of course, to become featured on Instructables, the language still has to be there, but those photos should tell the story without any of the language.